If you're thinking about moving to the Villages, Florida, there's one question almost every buyer asks me, and that is, should I be worried about hurricane season? And it's a fair question, especially if you've never lived in Florida before. And the answer isn't simply yes, and it isn't no. It's understanding what hurricane season is actually like here in Central Florida. So today, I'm going to explain exactly what you can expect, how the Villages, Florida was engineered to handle Florida's weather, and the smartest ways to prepare without fear or panic. So let's roll that wonderful intro and dive right in. Hurricane season officially runs from June 1st through November 30th. And historically, the most active period is from about mid-August through late October, with September being recognized as the historical peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. Now here's something important. Living in Central Florida is very different than living on the coast. Our biggest concerns here are generally strong winds, heavy rainfall, isolated tornadoes associated with tropical systems, and occasional power outages. Unlike coastal communities, storm surge isn't typically a concern here because we're well inland. Now, that doesn't mean that we ignore hurricanes. It simply means our preparation looks a little different. Now, here's something television rarely talks about. Florida doesn't just have hurricane season. We also have a rainy season. During the summer, warm temperatures and abundant moisture makes afternoon thunderstorms common across much of Central Florida. So if you're new here, you'll quickly learn one of Florida's unofficial weather sayings. And that is, if you don't like the weather, just wait 15 minutes. Some days, that's surprisingly close to reality. You'll often wake up to beautiful blue skies. By mid-afternoon, dark clouds start rolling in. You'll get a heavy downpour, maybe some lightning, and later that evening, it's sunny all over again. This is one reason why many residents shift their daily routine during the summer. The golf, the pickleball, the tennis, and the outdoor walk all happen earlier. And even when I'm showing homes, I like scheduling tours in the morning whenever possible. Not only is it cooler, but we often finish before the afternoon thunderstorms develop. So instead of fighting Florida's weather, residents simply learn to work with it. Besides, nobody enjoys looking at their future dream home while wearing clothes that suddenly weigh an extra 10 pounds. One thing that impressed me when I first started working here in the Villages, Florida, was how much planning went into the community. Throughout the Villages, Florida, you'll notice ponds, lakes, swales, and drainage areas. Those aren't just beautiful landscape features. They're an important part of the community's engineered stormwater management system. Their purpose is actually to collect, store, and help manage rainfall during Florida's frequent storms. That's one reason water often drains remarkably well after every heavy summer rain. Of course, no drainage system can eliminate flooding under every possible weather condition, especially during exceptional heavy rainfall. But this community was intentionally designed with stormwater management in mind. Another thing many people don't notice is that much of the electrical distribution throughout the Villages, Florida is all underground. And underground electrical systems are generally less vulnerable to damage from falling trees and high winds than traditional overhead power lines. Now, that doesn't mean outages can't happen. They absolutely can. But underground infrastructure is one reason many residents appreciate living here. The biggest mistake I see is waiting until a hurricane has a name. Because once everyone hears that a storm is coming, apparently the entire state decides they suddenly need bottled water. And somehow, Publix runs out of bread every single time. Bread. I don't understand it. If you have the answer to that one, please leave it in the comments below. So here's my recommendation. Now, you don't have to buy everything at once. Just add a few extra items every grocery trip. And before you know it, you'll be ready. So before hurricane season arrives, trim dead tree branches. Clean your gutters. Know where your important documents are. Bring patio furniture inside whenever a storm approaches. And trust me, your patio furniture should stay on your patio and not become your neighbor's new decoration. So when it comes to hurricanes, get your information from trusted resources, such as the National Hurricane Center, the National Weather Service, or your county's emergency management office. Not your cousin's Facebook post that starts with, "I heard from somebody who knows somebody." That's usually not where meteorologists get their information from. So, should hurricane season keep you from moving to the Villages, Florida? In my opinion, absolutely not. It should simply encourage you to be prepared. And that's exactly what lifelong Floridians do every year. So the reality is, most days are beautiful. And some afternoons are wet, like the one we're about to get. So occasionally we prepare for tropical weather. And then we get back to enjoying everything that makes this community such a wonderful place to call home. So if you're thinking about moving to the Villages, Florida, whether it's next month or a few years from now, my team and I would be honored to help you navigate that process. And here on Next Stop Central Florida Homes, our goal is to help you understand not just the homes, but what everyday life is really like here in the Villages, Florida. But if you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe below. And leave any questions you may have in the comments below. There's a good chance your question will inspire a future video. Until next time, I'm David G. Thanks for watching, and I see you all on the next one. Now, let's go before it starts to rain.